At the T-minus 3-minute mark, tape recorders on board the spacecraft were turned on. These recorders record both voice and data. Now building up to 7.7 million pound lift thrust. And we have a liftoff. Moving back. The Saturn V lifting off of power.
This is WOMMLP operating out of Burlington, Vermont, 105.9 The Radiator. It's the Rocket Shop. I'm your host, Tom Proctor. With me tonight is Lake and Bridge. Guys, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing, Tom?
Oh, not too bad. The weather's stopped raining, at least, so we've got that going for us up here in Vermont. It's still a bit sticky, though, outside. So
it is sticky out there, yeah. But it's cool in here.
It's, very well. It's because you guys are here. You bring the level of coolness. Let's kick it off with a song, just so everyone knows what they're kind of dealing with. What have you got for us?
This is a song of mine called Holy Woman Moves.
All right, take it away.
In the city, had a really different kind of style. I've told you all my moves were made of nothing like vapors drifting down from the high line. Standing by the statue in the plaza, there were tourists snapping shots of me in Rome. When a woman of the cloth, she caught my vision, I watched her disappear in catacombs. She fell through heaven, a holy woman moves. saw a generous woman on the corner. She was waiting for the light to turn to green. When she stepped down from the curb, her cleavage jingled and jangled, and I heard it all the way to Aberdeen, Aberdeen.
Lake and Bridge there with Holy Woman Moves. Guys, that was beautiful. Nice way to start the whole thing off. Would you like to go around and introduce yourselves to everyone listening?
Sure, would love to. My name's Claire Byrne, and I'm playing acoustic guitar, which I guess you can see, and I'm singing. And writing some songs, too.
I'm Ted Luby, and I'm playing acoustic guitar as well.
Is it a resonator?
It is a resonator.
I'm playing, my name's Gus Ziesing, and I'm playing really old drums.
By the way, I'm a sucker for a slide guitar, so I'm hoping you're going to continue that with the rest of the songs.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Fingers crossed. You guys have just been on a mini tour, I believe, ending at Bar Antidote in Vigennes. Tell me a little bit about the mini tour. What spurred this whole thing on? What was the occasion for? Was it just for jollies, or was there a higher purpose?
What is our purpose this time? We like to get together and play music together, but it's always kind of spurred on Lake and Bridge getting together by Dan Strauss coming into town. Dan isn't actually here today. He's coming into town tomorrow. But we're going to hopefully play a song of Dan's, or at least talk nicely of Dan a lot.
As opposed to the rest of the time where you talk about it.
Yeah, right. What else spurs us on? That's it. Yeah, Dan coming up. Let's get together, play some music, get some gigs. Yeah.
So without Dan, it's you. I mean, Clay, you work solo.
Yes.
A lot. So it's Dan that's the kind of glue that holds this particular collective together.
I would say so. Yes. Yeah. Without Dan, we are Claire Byrne Song and Dance.
Fair
It's
enough.
true.
Otherwise, so Claire Byrne Song and Dance, and we've got Claire Byrne, and then we've got Lake and Bridge.
Yeah.
I suppose I'm mostly curious about how you came up with the name Lake and Bridge. What's the difference? So why don't you just keep adding to Claire Byrne's?
Go, Ted. You feel that one? Yeah.
Well, I think we had some gigs last summer, and we tried to come up with a group name, and I came up with really bad ones.
Do you remember any of those, Ted?
I think Claire and the G's and Crows, maybe. And I think Lake and Bridge, like Lake, Vermont, Bridge, New York, Brooklyn. Dan was in Brooklyn, so we were trying to tie the two together somehow.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, is Dan a former Vermont local that you know from living around here, or has he always been down in Brooklyn and you guys know through other links?
I think he lived up here for about a year in the 90s. But I met Dan about...
That's news to Claire from the look of her face.
I didn't know that.
I met Dan about 10 or 15 years ago at a gig we shared at the Langdon Street Cafe in Montpelier. And we just became fast friends and reported on each other's records. And I would go down there and he would come up here, and then we just, brought Claire and Gus into the mix. And
The rest is history.
yeah,
How long has that been going for now then?
Lake and Bridge.
I'd say Lake and Bridge is more recent, like maybe two years, but we've been playing together for 3 or 4 years in different manifestations.
Right.
Yeah.
In different iterations.
Yeah.
So you kind of came together as a collective through just kind of knowing each other and playing with each other in different bands, and then it kind of just formed, or was it one day it all just kind of snapped?
I mean, I really think Ted is the person who brought everything together.
Yeah.
I have to say, I think, because
So.
Ted knew Gus, they've played together and interacted for
Gus and I
long,
know each other
years
for
and years.
25
Right.
years or something crazy like that.
Oh wow. Have you played together for 25 years?
Yeah, I mean, Gus
Yeah.
has a studio called Low Tech. There's a plug. And then we do this band called Tattered Thespian, which is more like a recording project.
Oh yeah?
With our
We never
friend.
play out.
We never play out as part of the
We just
stipulations.
record
So
songs.
yeah, we just record songs we've written
Okay.
with Paul Schnabel, our other friend. So.
Well, I'm going down this rabbit hole now. Why wouldn't you play live with this different band? Why is it just a recording project?
I don't know. I don't think we ever really. I think it just always ended up. One of us had a song or two, and it didn't fit the other projects we were doing, and we would bring it to the other two and record it, and then go away. And
Plus, it's only 3 people, and, on the track, there's guitar, Ted's playing guitar, and then Ted will play bass, I'll play drums, Paul will
Keyboards.
sing,
I see.
Yeah.
So unless you start one-man banding it, it's going to be a bit difficult. You're going to have to saxophone with the guitar on the other side.
Right.
And
Exactly, yeah.
It's going to be a mess. Maybe you can blow into the sax while someone else fingers it for you. Who knows?
It's like that guy who's playing Church Street.
Yeah. So with Dan coming up, how many more gigs have you got? What's your schedule looking like at the moment?
We're just about to start, so we actually are going to be. Let me see if I can get this right. We're going to be opening for Afro Yaki on Friday at Zen Barn. That was sort of just added last minute, so that's not even on the posters. But we're doing that on Friday, and then Saturday night we're at Rose Street Gallery, which is on Rose Street in Burlington. At 7:30, we're doing kind of a goodbye gathering, play music, some dance is going to happen too, because it's goodbye because I'm actually leaving Vermont in a couple of weeks.
For others?
I think I'll visit a lot.
Okay.
And I think I'll come do lots of dance and music projects here.
So Lake and Bridge is not over, the Claiborne's dance.
Yeah, I mean, one of us going to then it'll just be 2 people south and 2 people north. And,
Okay.
I think it'll just keep happening when we get together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Amherst, man.
Yeah, we'll meet at Amherst. That's good. Yeah.
So where are you moving to, sorry?
New Haven.
New Haven.
Yeah.
That's where Yale is, correct?
That's true. That's true.
Are you going
yeah.
because of Yale? Is
No.
there a Yale thing?
No, it's not a Yale thing.
Oh, right, okay. I won't pry any further. This is about the music. But I was just curious.
Yeah.
So you've got like a final kind of goodbye? Well, kind of goodbye.
Yeah,
As
it's,
you said,
just
you'll be
like,
up here
let's
for-
do some music and dance. So that's Saturday. And then Monday, we're at the Light Club, like Lamp Shop Light
My
Club.
favorite venue.
Yep,
Yeah.
at 9:30, I think.
Yep.
And then on Wednesday, we're at Bar Antidote at 7. Thank you, Ted. Yeah,
So you're seeing yourself off with a bit of a bang, actually. This is
sure. Seeing myself off, exactly, yeah.
what a hell of a leaving
They're
party.
seeing me off, exactly.
A 2-week-long extended leaving party. This is fantastic. This is exactly what you should do.
exactly,
Um,
exactly.
That's fantastic. I did read somewhere that you have an album coming out soon, or you're working on an album that's close to finishing. What's going on with that in terms of you also moving away? Is there
That's
logistical issues now?
Yeah, that's a reason that I'm going to get to come back because I'm been recording it for a whole year at Gus's studio at Low Tech Studios, which is right down on the waterfront in Burlington, and we've had a fantastic time recording it over the course of a year, and we are just about done with all the tracks. We're almost done with all the. We're done with all the bass tracks. We have 15 songs, plus intros and outros. It's a pretty substantial album.
Yeah, that's a real album. Let's just throw 6
yeah.
tracks together and call it a day. That's a
Yeah.
real project you put together there.
Yeah, the last one was 3, so I thought we should really kind of go for it this time. So
push the
yeah.
boat out.
But yeah, Gus and Ted have been, pretty fundamental all the way through in recording stuff and have added a lot of tracks. And then it feels like it's sort of part of the goodbye because I've brought a lot of friends in who've been doing music and doing other things, music and some dance people. Like I'm having a whole chorus of my dance friends come in just to do like the backup vocals for this one section, a little kind of sympathy for the devil moment, everybody around the mic, going woo woo woo. So it's been kind of special to work that way. And also some friends from Brooklyn are on it too.
wow.
Mixing it up.
I love this. You've really got everyone together to give yourself this kind of like final, I don't know, present almost to yourself, which is wonderful.
I like that idea. I haven't quite thought of it that way, but yeah, exactly.
Well, sorry, are these the song you sang earlier? Was that off the new album? Is that or is that just a purely Lake and Bridge song?
That is not on any album yet, if you can believe it, but we play it live a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, but maybe that's just not meant for recording. Maybe that's just an ethereal song that's just meant for a live
It's
setting.
kind of a fundamental
It should be
song.
recorded. It's a good song.
It's a good song. I liked it.
There's a whole sort of more band live album that's going to follow this one. The album that we have been doing is, I've been calling it like kind of chamber music because it's more spare and, there's like maybe one featured instrument plus the guitar or plus the piano on each track. So it's kind of got this spareness to it. But yeah, there's a whole album of dense songs coming up next.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to hear another song. It can be from your new album. It can be one that's never been on an album. It could be one you create literally right now.
let's
So-
do Wolves.
Okay.
Why don't we do Wolves?
Okay.
Yeah. So this is a song off the new album.
All right then.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Simba Scorpion. Simba Scorpion. Simba Scorpion. 0, 1. Simba Spider. Simba Spider. Simba Spider. 2, 3, 4. Simba Lizard. Simba Lizard. Simba Lizard. Still alive at 5. Simba Snake. Simba Snake. Simba Snake. At 6s, 7s, and 8s. But wolves, do ya know them? They'll tear your dog to pieces. They'll tear him to shreds. They'll make your legs like jelly. They'll stand your hair on end. Wolves, do you know them? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. On my own wasteland, gonna raise a pack of wolves. On my own wasteland, kept in cages till I'm bold. On my own wasteland, spring the locks and they'll run free. On my own wasteland, then won't you be scared of me? Won't you be scared of me? Won't you be scared of me? Simba Eagle. Simba Eagle. Simba Eagle. 22, 23, 24. Simba Phoenix. Simba Phoenix. Simba Phoenix. 25, 26.
Lake and Bridge there with Wolves. Am I right in the
That's right.
song name there? Wolves. Couple of questions about that one actually. One, what's the symbolism between the numbers going up throughout the song? Is there anything there that I should be looking into? And second of all, is there a theme to the album that you'd like to share?
Okay, number one. What do you think? Like, what did it make you think of in terms of the numbers?
It felt like you were counting things off.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was I couldn't quite work out why. It finished on 26, right?
It ended on 26, yeah.
Yeah. So there's it doesn't feel like it finishes on an arbitrary number. It feels like it finishes on a definite number, and that 26 represents something.
Uh-huh.
And so you're counting 26 of something, but I don't know what that something is.
Nice. I mean, I think that's it, sort
Okay.
of. Yeah. I think you're onto it. I mean, I really don't think you always know as a songwriter what the hell you're doing or like why you're doing something. And that song came together from, it's actually like all the animal souls of the sign Scorpion. Scorpio, yeah. And it starts with Scorpio and ends with Phoenix, I guess. So I don't know, sometimes I think about it as ages, and sometimes I think about it as something more abstract even than that. So yeah,
Okay.
it kind of ends up being different things.
All right. Just kind of what you make of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, in terms of the album, is there a kind of theme? Is there a story you're telling throughout the whole thing, or is it 13 tracks that all just happen to come to you randomly and have no correlation with each other whatsoever?
I feel like it's almost like I'm too close to it as a songwriter. What do you think the theme is, Gus and Ted? Like if there is a theme to the songs overall.
Well, they're mostly introspective songs.
Yeah.
They're not the real rockers that Claire writes sometimes. I think one of them we might play today, maybe.
I think we've got about time for one more, maybe in a
Yeah.
couple of minutes.
Yeah. I mean, a lot about love lost. I think there's women experience in there a good bit too. And there is an animal thing that's in there. There's a song Wolves, there's a song Lone White Horse. There's probably another animal or two in there. Yeah.
Is how much does your surroundings influence you in terms of writing? Do you go off into the woods and sit under a tree and write, or sit by the lake and write? Are you kind of sit in the kitchen and cup of coffee and the blinds closed kind of writer?
That I write in the morning often. I just wake up and sit down, and it either happens or it doesn't. It's not like I try to write songs, but I just write something, and sometimes it's songs that come out, and usually it's the words first, and then I don't really understand how the music happens, but it does somehow. And then the music gloms on at some point.
It's kind of almost more beautiful that you don't know how the music comes together. It's, I'd rather music just gets picked out from the ether and we
It's
just
out
find it
there.
that way.
It's out there. I actually feel like the soil of Vermont, this is going to sound a little new agey, but here we go.
We are
I
in
feel like
Vermont.
the soil of Vermont is very song conducive. It's like, I feel like there are songs in the soil. And I actually feel like when I started gardening in Vermont is when songs, I was just like, I literally like dug them up like beautiful potatoes, you know.
Yeah, we
Have you ever
did.
grown potatoes? Potatoes are so satisfying to grow.
I've never.
And you just like, when you're ready to harvest them, it's like digging up this like, it's like Christmas morning. You're just digging up all these beautiful potatoes. It's like, that's where the songs are.
Yeah, a tip for singers and songwriters in Burlington is start gardening potatoes, and you'll have a whole album before you know it.
I do remember talking to another songwriter. I'm trying to remember who it was. And I said something like that. I'm like, I know this sounds cheesy. And he's like, yeah. It was just like he took it for granted. So I think it exists.
Well, guys, we've got about time for one more song before you guys serenade us off. I'd like to remind everyone where you're playing in the next few days, just so they can come catch you if they're about.
Okay, so Zen Barn tomorrow night, Rose Street Gallery Saturday night, Light Club Lamb Chop in Burlington on Monday night, and on Wednesday Bar Antidote, which is in Virgins.
Ah, yes.
Zen
Yeah.
Barn is Friday, right?
Zen Barn that's 2 days from now. It's Friday. Sorry, not tomorrow. Friday. Thank you. And that's in Waterbury.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys,
Okay.
if you like hearing what you heard, then get out and see them. And see, it's Claire's send-off tour, so come support that.
Thanks.
Wicked. What song have you got for us to finish off with?
So we're gonna do, as a rocker. This is maybe my version of a rocker. We're gonna do Big Green Light. A song called Big Green Light.
Take it away.
1, 2, 3, 4. I saw a 6-ton tune truck around in the corner, disappearing from sight. Well, it was out of reach, far off in traffic. I said, wait for me, I'm coming, Ben. Each vessel was covered in skin and mysterious, and taut and wide and piled like a cannon of missiles, like an arsenal of songs at a big green light, at a big green light. At a big green light, at a big green light, at a big green light. Here we go. I saw an older woman, she was sitting in the doorway. I knew her by her mouth agape. She came to me and looked me over and said 2 words and then escaped. But the message clear and ratified. All I needed for 20 years and 40 songs and 80 doors and 160 big green lights. Yeah, big green lights. Yeah, big green lights. Yeah, big green lights. Yeah, big green lights. Here we go. The message clear and ratified. All I needed for 20 years and 40 songs and 80 doors and 160 grateful tears. Talking about grateful tears. Yeah, grateful tears. Yeah, grateful tears. Yeah, grateful tears. Give me some grateful tears.
Very good. Lakeland Bridge there with green light.
Big
Big green light. So close. Almost 3 for 3. Guys, thank you so much for coming on. I wish you all the best. This tour
Thanks
sounds
for
great
interviewing
fun.
us. Thanks
no
so much.
worries. So yeah, good luck with it all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coming up next, we've got Ulla Klein. We'll be with you back in just a moment. And yeah, stick around.